Are you ready to have the slime of your life? Today, I'm going to review Nickelodeon Slime Streak at Nickelodeon Universe at the American Dream Mall in New Jersey. Slime Streak is a similar type of ride to Pepsi Orange Streak at Minnesota's Nickelodeon Universe or Jaguar at Knott's Berry Farm. This is one of those family coasters that almost feels like a monorail at points because it's more about giving a tour of the park. But it's a high-speed tour, and for us coaster enthusiasts, that's a lot more entertaining. In fact, it's almost inevitable I'm going to compare Slime Streak to those other two rides at many points in this review. One of the biggest differences is that Slime Streak is manufactured by Chance Morgan as opposed to Zaire. On the plus side, I think Slime Streak tracks more smoothly. It's not that Jaguar or Pepsi Orange Streak are rough, but they do have a noticeable vibration to them. And maybe that's just because of their age. On the downside, Slime Streak's restraints are terrible. Slime Streak uses the same train as the Chance Morgan Jr. coasters, and you can tell. Every rider has their own T-bar restraint, but they're designed for kids. The ops also staple very hard in Slime Streak, so even if you fit, it's going to be very uncomfortable. For reference, I'm 5'10" and 160 pounds, and I only had 2 clicks of room. I'm pretty sure I saw at least 1 or 2 adults denied on most of my rides. Now, I've heard the park is working with Chance Morgan to improve the restraints, and I really hope they're able to figure something out. There's no way this family coaster should be this restrictive for adults. Until then, I strongly recommend using the test seat, even if you've never had to use one in the past. The restraints are really that bad. One of the biggest differences from Jaguar and Pepsi Orange Streak is the length. Slime Streak has only one lift. This means the track length is about half that of those other two coasters. However, Slime Streak makes up for it by being wilder and having countless head choppers. Slime Streak stands 70 feet tall, but none of the drops use that full height. If I were to guess, I'd say the largest drop is probably about half that. The first half has the ride's 2 largest drops. Neither will give you any airtime. In fact, there isn't any airtime on the entire coaster. But those 2 drops do have some good whip in the back. The second half doesn't really have any drops. It's basically a giant helix around the Jimmy Neutron Atom Smasher ride before returning to the station. Like the first half, there really isn't any force to this helix, but the visuals more than make up for it. Like I said earlier, this coaster is best thought of as a high-speed tour of the park, and in that regard, the coaster is a success. So what do I rate Slime Streak? I would rate it a 6 out of 10. My biggest criticism with the ride are those restraints. They're way too restrictive and uncomfortable for any adult. While the ride has no real airtime or forces, it's a fun way to see Nickelodeon Universe. And again, this really is a high-speed monorail. Have you been on Slime Streak? I'd love to hear your thoughts about the ride below. Stay tuned for more coaster reviews in 2020. Thanks for listening.